We have a roadmap in 3 steps. The first roadmap that we have started like 2 years ago is to build security solutions for individuals. So this is why we have built the hardware wallet, which basically works on a consumer electronic business model where we sell the device and then users can have it to secure their own assets. The second step of our roadmap is to extend this security solution to enterprises, like hedge funds, financial institutions, because they need to have governance in the management of their crypto assets. Because when you have one device, one hardware wallet, it's for one person. So if you are a hedge fund, you have 100 million under custody, then to whom do you give the device, the hardware wallet? So it's like having 100 million in cash in your safe, so it doesn't work. You need multi-signature, you need time lock, multi-authorization. So the next immediate goals for us is to develop what we call the Ledger Vault, which is a SaaS solution, a SaaS managed solutions for institutionals to secure any kind of cryptocurrencies with multi-authorization. So that's why we are now opening a new office in New York, in Wall Street, to be able to leverage all. Right now, we have announced the Vault at Consensus, and we are in the process of finalization of opening the office in New York. And the third step of our roadmap, which is maybe the most ambitious, but which is the one which is going to take the longest time, like maybe 3 years, is to build solutions to secure machines and put on the market solutions connected to IoT. It can be connected vehicles, buying electricity on smart grids where you can use blockchain technology to secure the payments. It can be energy grid, traceability of green energy. It can be supply chain, but it requires all the time to peg the physical world to the blockchain, whichever it is. And our technology is a very good fit to do this peg, to make sure that we can take information, physical observations of events and translate it for smart contracts. Right now, our main proceeds comes from individuals who can do it for their personal or professional use cases, but the hardware wallet business line is 95% of our revenues. We are of course continuing to develop it, but we expect that, for instance, in 3 to 5 years, it will come down to maybe 1/3 of our revenues. These solutions, services, SaaS solutions, and also after, in more longer term, all the licensing of our technology to integrate it into IoT devices. Yes, of course, we are going to see some real innovations. We cannot share anything at the moment, but our goal is to continue to build the best hardware wallets, and so it means that we will have to come with new innovations, new devices in the future. Ultimately, our ambition is to equip millions, tens of millions of people, so the price of hardware wallets have to go down. We have the possibility to mass market hardware wallets, which can be at very good prices, but it requires to have a market of multiple millions of users to be able to go to these industrializations. So we think that in a few years we will have this opportunity. So hardware wallets, at least the entry-level hardware wallets, which will have the function of securing assets, maybe without the screen or maybe without all the fancy features, will be available at a very good price. And also, when the technology of secure enclave, leveraging the secure chips that we have in phones or in computers, like trusted execution environments, Intel SGX, when it will be mature enough, we will have the possibility to download a hardware wallet into your phone or into your computer. It will not have all the same safety solutions than a real hardware wallet based on secure chip, but it will be a way to have a massive gap into security without having to buy a hardware device. But we do not think that it will come before 3 or 4 years. When the market moves, crypto market cap moves, our sales move. Because when you have a lot of movement upwards, then there is a lot of talk into the media, and then it fuels a new entrant into the industry, and so they buy hardware wallets. So it ensures that we are not selling as much devices that we were doing in December, for instance. Well, it's perfectly normal because it's just a normal reaction. And from a strategic point of view for the company, so first of all, we still have very high level of sales, which are very good for the company. But also our strategy is to have revenues from other kind of business lines, such as the ledger vault, where basically the volatility of the price doesn't affect as much the revenues because financial institutions are not going in and out like individuals could be. Of course, we are always considering opportunities to acquire technology or teams, but there is nothing to comment at the moment. I would say that any technology that can help the security of the endpoints, any technology that can facilitate the deployment of security into a multitude of devices. Companies who are working in the we are like a hardware security company, so we are mostly interested into where to secure the endpoint. So I would say that our ideal acquisition targets will be teams working into this area or developing interesting technology into this area. It's a worldwide target, I would say, even though I would say most of the engineering related to hardware security is in Europe and is in France, because everything that we are doing is building on top of 40 years of smart card industry experience, which is French.